Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the Netflix original movie Velvet Buzzsaw. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over at Twitter at Movie Guy 365. So the Velvet Buzzsaw, Netflix original movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Rene Russo, Toni Collette, John Malkovich pops in for a minute because sure. I was kind of like wrestling with what kind of movie I felt this was after finishing it. Now, IMDb, of course, I jumped on and it lists as a horror and thriller and drama. And I'll have to be honest, while it is some of those things, maybe the last 15 minutes, I was suddenly struck with the possibility that this was actually a parody of those kind of movies. It wasn't like a dark comedy. There was a recurring theme that does happen with one of the side characters that, of course, I won't spoil, but and they kind of punctuated at the end. And I actually was like, okay, is this kind of a dark comedy, a parody of those genres? To best explain how I interpret it, like the movie itself, think of The Ring, okay? Remember that? Think of The Ring, but with no supernatural creature, but taking place in the art world, and the art is the vengeful spirit. That's the best comparison I can make, honestly. I felt it was actually well acted for the most part. I felt that it was a good premise. I don't know, like, I guess it's because, and they tease a lot of different themes throughout the movie. I mean, it takes place in the very vapid, and one could say also, snooty world of art, and it deals with artists and dealers and clients and that kind of thing. And while Jake Gyllenhaal is technically listed as the top, gets top billing, it's very much an ensemble piece, and there was something kind of very meta about it in the way where art, you're appreciating art, you're interpreting art, and and the same can be said for movies. You're interpreting movies. And while it does have moments of horror and thriller, there's nothing scary about it, at least to me. Like, I watched it, when something like this is labeled that way, I like to watch it in a dark room. I got the Dolby Atmos going, I got the Dolby Vision, so I get the best possible picture. But there was nothing inherently scary about what was going on. There was things that were hinted at that could have been, but they just never brought them to life. And when I'm going back to the interpretation, I felt like I was watching kind of like an artist interpretation of, within an artist interpretation. I don't know, it's very like up there. But it's funny because to me, I didn't really take the movie all that seriously. It's not bad. That's the thing. It's not a bad movie. It's just maybe, I guess it's supposed to serve as a commentary on this. And if that's what it's intended, then hey, good job, you did great. But I don't know, like it just had a lot of things going in all different directions. There was a good story there, but how well you invest in it or how well you take it seriously, I think it's up to the viewer. As I said, it's not bad, it's not great by any stretch, but it's enjoyable. There are movies out there that are just entertaining, and this managed to entertain me for almost 2 hours. And for that, it succeeded. The CGI was not great in parts, especially when things started really happening. But, it's just kind of, it's there, I guess. You kind of have to live with it. But overall, it's not a bad movie. Just, if you're going into this, if it entertains you for 2 hours, without, like, being a totally great movie, but not the worst movie. It's really kind of like a middle tier to me. It was just there. The ending was kind of predictable. As I said, if you've seen The Ring, think that, and you've got your ending. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I guess I give it about a 6 out of 10. It was okay. It was enjoyable. It was fine. It's, you know, you have a great cast of characters. It's definitely worth. They bring their game. You know, I don't think anybody phoned it in. I'm just wondering why Malkovich was exactly in it. He didn't really contribute to the overall plot. I felt like there was maybe more with his character, and they just maybe left it on the cutting room floor. Other than that, you know, everybody did a good job. I felt the Dolby Vision looked really good. There were several moments actually that it stood out to me. Very good highlights. The blacks were very deep, and you know there was some good pop out color. The Atmos was okay for a typical thriller that you're probably gonna what you're expecting. I didn't feel like there were any jump scares per se. Maybe one or two, but nothing. You know, I'm sitting there just kind of just entertained. You know, but. I don't feel it's something that's essentially needed for a surround sound system. So if you have one, great. If you don't, you're not missing much. Leave in the comments below if you had a chance to check out Velvet Buzzsaw. I swear, before I started the video, I must have like mispronounced that like 5 times. Anyway, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Every day I put out videos. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.